following program is a paid advertisement.
Hi, I'm Debbie with Time Life Music. For anyone who's ever dreamed of owning the ultimate collection of vintage rock and roll, Time Life has a special surprise. A set of music that's so complete and so consistently excellent that music critics are calling it the most impressive rock and roll series ever. Stay tuned because I'll be back in a few minutes to tell you how you can own this fabulous music collection and get an additional double-length cassette, album, or CD absolutely free as a gift from Time Life.
Time Life Music presents the Rock and Roll Era, a look at the music that shook the world. Join host Rick Dees, voted America's most popular radio personality 7 years in a row, as he counts down the top 40 songs of that magic era. Songs that have been captured forever in an incredible music collection that has rock fans raving. You'll see classic clips from Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, Bobby Darin, and many more. You'll get inside information that even the biggest nostalgia buffs may never have heard before. Plus a chance to order the biggest and most impressive rock and roll collection ever issued. So sit back and relive those great memories as you enjoy the music that started it all. The music of the rock and roll era.
Friends, the music of the late 50s and early 60s was the best ever. We know that. And today, you're going to hear the best of the best. We're about to count down the Time Life top 40 songs of the rock and roll era. Songs selected by experts on the basis of sales and lasting popularity. Every one of these incredible tunes, in fact, every single song you're going to hear today, is included in Time Life's phenomenal new music collection, the Rock and Roll Era. But for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the soundtrack of your past. At number 40, an artist whose songs were regularly banned from radio airplay in the mid-50s for what they considered to be very suggestive lyrics at the time, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, Finger Poppin' Time.
Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, it's finger popping time.
Oh, baby. Better hose them down with cold water. Anyway, at number 39 is a good, clean ballad by All-American teen idol Bobby Darin. Here he is back in 1959 performing Dream Lover.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. The girl to hold in my arms and know the magic of her charms. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone.
Oh, get busy, Bobby. We've got a lot of great performance clips just like that coming up throughout our Time Life countdown, so stick around. Moving up to number 38 from 1957, it's Thurston Harris with Little Bitty Pretty One.
Little bitty pretty one, come on and talk to me. Lovey one, come till I on my knee.
At 37, Happy, Happy Birthday, Baby by the Tune Weavers.
Happy, happy birthday, baby. Although you with somebody new.
A step ahead of the Tune Weavers at number 36 on Time Life's Rock and Roll Countdown, a band that featured Benny King on lead vocals. Here's a classic by the Drifters, and There Goes My Baby.
There go my baby, moving on down the line.
At number 35, a song that came out of the rowdy New Orleans nightclub circuit. Some early Southern rock from Frankie Ford with Sea Cruise.
Old man rhythm is in my shoes. It's no use to sitting and singing the blues. So be my guest, you've got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise?
Okay, now this next one is one of those tunes that everybody remembers, at least part of.
Charlie Brown, he's a clown. Well, you better go.
Charlie Brown. That Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. There must be more to it, but...
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. I don't remember.
Charlie Brown, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown.
Oh, Well, we've been hearing some incredible tunes so far, and we're going to hear a lot more. But what do you do when you want to hear great music like this on a regular basis? Well, the folks at Time Life have come up with the answer.
This music is so much more real to me than what I hear on the radio now. You know, it was being made by people who love to make it. What I hear on the radio now sounds like people who went to rock and roll correspondence school.
The thing I like about this music is you know that there's not a synthesizer in the group. This is real music. That is a drum. That is a bass guitar. I mean, those are the doo-wop sisters in the background just whopping away.
Still to come, 33 more of the absolute hottest vintage rock songs ever recorded. Plus, Little Richard horrifies your parents as the rock and roll era rolls on. The Washington Post called it the most ambitious and impressive reissue series ever devoted to the subject. Goldmine magazine raved over the impeccable sound and song selection. Wavelength calls it the most comprehensive collection of rock and roll hits ever issued. Introducing the Rock and Roll Era, a set of vintage rock and roll so pure, so authentic, so crystal clear that it reaches out and pulls the listener back to the magic era that created it. This epic collection from Time Life features 133 carefully selected rock and roll tunes from the late 50s and early 60s. All original songs by the original artists, each of them painstakingly mastered on the highest quality materials. Every album in this spectacular collection is double length, featuring an average of 1 hour's worth of classic tunes on your choice of CD, cassette, or LP. Time Life has broken the music down by year so that you can actually hear the growth and evolution of rock and roll right in your own living room. Hear the greatest songs from 1956, only the best of 1957, the most memorable of 1958, the classics from 1959, and a special spotlight album dedicated entirely to the king of rock and roll. 22 red-hot rockers from Elvis Presley in his prime. This is not the standard oldies reissue. Time Life's Rock and Roll Era is the definitive rock and roll collection. It would be almost impossible to put together a collection like this on your own. Many of these fabulous classics are appearing for the first time ever on CD. Others are completely out of print. But Time Life has brought them all together for you, so that with just one phone call, you can own the music that started it all. The music of the rock and roll era.
We'll get that right out. Thank you for calling Time Life. Hi, Debbie again. Here's your chance to bring home the music set that has rock fans raving. Start your collection right now. Call the toll-free number on your screen and order Time Life's Rock and Roll Era.
Through this special offer, credit card users pay 4 easy installments of just $29.99 for double-length cassettes, or just $32.99 for double-length CDs.
As a special bonus, if you call within the next hour, we'll send you the top hits from 1960, absolutely free.
To take advantage of this incredible offer and receive your 22-song collection absolutely free, have your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen. Or send your check or money order to Time Life Music, P.O. Box 1880, Department RT, Alexandria, Virginia, 22313.
The Rock and Roll Era is a once-in-a-lifetime offer that puts dozens of musical memories right at your fingertips. Unforgettable music for unforgettable times from Time Life, the people you've come to trust. Order now. Time Life Music, this is Debbie. May I help you?
The great thing about the Time Life tapes is that they preserve a period of music history that I feel really needs to be preserved. It's the roots of rock and roll. And the other great thing about it is that I own them. I can listen to them anytime I want. I can have those moments. I can have that music anytime I want.
So there's one thing I find that's a problem with this cassette set. All the music is so good, it's hard to get up and leave it, you know. I gotta go to work, you know.
Welcome back. I'm Rick Dees, and we're counting down the Time Life top 40 greatest songs of the rock and roll era, as determined by our music experts. Every one of these incredible songs, and many, many more, are available on the Time Life Rock and Roll Era collection, including this one by a DJ from Texas named J.P. Richardson. J.P. would occasionally cut a gag record just for laughs, and one of these joke records hit it huge in 1958. J.P.'s stage name was The Big Bopper. And here's Chantilly Lace.
Chantilly lace and a pretty face and a ponytail hanging down, a wiggle in the walk and a giggle in the talk.
And At number 32 on the Time Life Countdown, a band from the Bronx that took their name from Belmont Avenue. Take a look at Dion and the Belmonts in their prime performing A Teenager in Love.
One day I feel so happy, next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. 'Cause each night I ask the stars above, why must I be a teenager?
Whoa, that's my favorite clip. All that clever snapping they do. Well, anyway, the countdown barrels ahead with yet another classic cut from the rock and roll era, number 31, and a song that's been covered by countless bands. Here's the original by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs. The song is Stay. At number 30 on the Time Life Top 40, in his first of several appearances on the countdown, it's the man, the king. Everybody loves the king. Elvis Presley. With the most popular song of 1960. Are you lonesome tonight?
No!
All right. Here's what the real one sounds like.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight?
We have explosive live performance footage of the King later on in the show, so if you're an Elvis fan, stick around. Next on our countdown, at 29, Eddie Cochran and There Ain't No Cure for the Summertime Blues. Little Anthony checks in at number 28 with Tears on My Pillow. At 27, it's Phil Phillips with Sea of Love. At 26, the Monotones with Book of Love. And at number 25 in the Time Life Top 40 Countdown of the all-time greatest songs of the rock and roll era, one of the original rockabilly crooners, without his famous sunglasses, Roy Orbison and Only the Lonely.
Only the lonely, all the heartaches I've been through. Only the lonely, no, I cry and cry for you.
Oh, that man had an original vocal style, and so did little Frankie Lyman. Here he is with the teenagers at 24 with Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Why do birds sing so gay? And love is my way to break the day. Why do they fall in love?
Fats Domino is in at number 23 with I'm Walking. Gene Vincent bops to number 22 with Be Bopalula. And Carl Perkins is red hot at number 21 with Blue Suede Shoes. And at number 20, a song that was very popular in parked cars at the time, it's the Fleetwoods and Come Softly to Me.
I want you to know I love.
God, I remember that song, Come Softly to Me. I remember, you know, during the dances, my boyfriend and I would just sneak off and just make out in the corner somewhere. It was like so exciting and so romantic. And every time I hear that song on the tapes, it brings back those memories and just makes me feel like a teenager again.
We're counting down Time Life's top 40 greatest songs of the rock and roll era, as determined by our music experts. Every single cut you hear on this show today is available in an incredible new music set, and we'll tell you more about that very soon. But now at number 19, 17-year-old Richie Valens introduced the Latino sound to American rock and roll with this song.
I had a girl, Donna was her name.
At number 18 on the Time Life Countdown, an unforgettable 50s classic. It's the Silhouettes with To Get a Job. If ever there was an artist who captured the outrage and intensity of rock and roll, it was this next guy. He screamed all of his lyrics at the top of his lungs and had a bad habit of tearing off his clothes during performances. Needless to say, he wasn't very popular with the parents.
Good golly, Miss Molly, sure like the bone. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Do you remember the first time you saw Little Richard? I do because my father broke the dial on the TV trying to make that guy go away. For those of you who weren't around in the late 50s, rock and roll made some people's blood boil.
I say, good riddance to this rubbish that has our children writhing around like reptiles.
It's noise, it's corruptive, it's vulgar.
My parents not only didn't like rock and roll, they detested rock and roll. I can remember my father, every time a rocker would come on the Ed Sullivan Show, that'd be the only time he'd switch off Ed Sullivan and go to another show. As to whether that made me like rock and roll more, it probably did. It probably did.
And now, for your listening and viewing pleasure, we return to our wonderful People on the Street choir for their rendition of our number 16 song.
Take out the papers and the trash.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, you don't get no
Spending cash.
Da, 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 da.
Tell your hoodlum friends outside.
Da, 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 da.
You ain't got time to
Take a ride.
Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
If you couldn't tell, that was Yakety Yak by the Coasters, a great song in its original form.
If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
At 15 on Time Life's countdown of the greatest songs of the rock and roll era, one of the most popular instrumentals of all time, the Champs with Tequila. Ahead of them at 14 is Fats Domino again on Blueberry Hill. At number 13, the Five Satins check in with the doo-wop classic In the Still of the Night. Our number 12 artist was one of the first rockers to write his own material, and he literally created what is considered to be the standard lineup for a rock band. 2 guitars, bass, drums. Here's Buddy Holly with a performance from December 28, 1957.
Peggy Sue, oh how my heart yearns for you. Oh Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Well I love you, gal, yes I love you, Peggy Sue.
The beat makes them do strange things with their bodies.
The Time Life countdown continues. At number 11, Elvis is back with All Shook Up.
Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
You know, Elvis Presley has appeared several times in our countdown of the top 40 greatest songs of the rock and roll era. And if you were around when he was in his prime, you'll know why.
Elvis, to me, was absolutely the greatest, and he will always be the greatest. I don't think there could be any man on this earth that can take the place of his passion that he generated, his sensuality, and his zest for life.
I remember on my 13th birthday, my mother got me an Elvis Presley birthday cake, and we went to the movies and saw Jailhouse Rock, and the manager had to stop the movie because all the girls were screaming. I mean, in a movie, they were screaming to the top of their lungs.
I slicked my hair back like him. For 2 or 3 years after that, I knew that I tried to dress like him and all, and learn how to curl my lip like him.
Coming up, the 10 greatest songs of the rock and roll era, and some hot pelvis grinding by the king himself when Time Life's rock and roll countdown continues. You're looking at the most exciting thing to happen to rock and roll since Elvis. This is Time Life's rock and roll era, the most complete and impressive collection of original rock and roll classics ever issued. It's the result of thousands of hours of work by the people at Time Life, and it's a music lover's dream come true. The rock and roll era contains every worthwhile tune from the years 1956 to 1960 with absolutely no filler. Dozens and dozens of the greatest vintage rock and roll tunes ever recorded by immortal artists like Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, Jerry Lee Lewis, Fats Domino, The Drifters, The Coasters, and many, many more. Everything from the handsome cover art to the in-depth liner notes to the brilliantly mastered sound reflects the quality that you've come to expect from Time Life. And while most albums only give you 10 or 12 songs, Time Life gives you twice the music for your money. 22 smash hits from 1956. 22 red-hot rockers from 1957, 23 classics from 1958, 22 more rock and roll masterpieces from 1959, and as an added bonus, a fabulous feature album dedicated to the king of rock and roll, a whole hour's worth of red-hot rockers from Elvis Presley in his prime. But that's not all. Keep watching to find out how you can get an additional 22-song album packed with hits absolutely free. That's a total of 133 songs. And every one of them is the original, unedited classic by its original artist. Time Life's rock and roll era is not available in stores. Many of these classics are appearing for the first time ever on CD. Others are completely out of print. With Time Life, you get what you pay for. The highest quality collection of its kind on the market. Here's how to order.
All right, enjoy your rock and roll era collection. If you still haven't taken advantage of this incredible opportunity, here's your chance to bring home a jukebox full of great memories with just one phone call. Start your collection right now. Call the toll-free number on your screen and order Time Life's rock and roll era.
Through this special offer, credit card users pay 4 easy installments of just $29.99 for double-length cassettes or just $32.99 for double-length CDs.
As a special bonus, if you call within the next hour, we'll send you the top hits of 1960 absolutely free. 22 of the most electrifying songs of that incredible year at no additional charge. Just for acting now.
To take advantage of this incredible opportunity, have your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen. Or send your check or money order to Time Life Music, Post Office Box 1880, Department RT, Alexandria, Virginia, 22313.
If you thought the glory days of rock and roll were gone forever, then you owe it to yourself to hear Time Life's rock and roll era. Order now.
It was really a revelation hearing these songs again on compact disc, because when they first came out, of course, they were on these very lo-fi, scratchy little 45s, you know, and hearing them on compact disc is great because the sound is so clear and the energy is all just right there. There's nothing getting in the way.
It's complete and excellent in just about every sense. The quality of the production is very good. The selection of the music, I think, is fantastic. You cover virtually every significant artist in the era that I can remember. Every tape is a double tape. I, for one, like information about the music, and the liner notes I thought were succinct, but gave me what I wanted to know about the artists.
Welcome back. I'm Rick Dees, and we're counting down the top 40 songs of the rock and roll era as determined by our experts. Right now, it's come down to the 10 most popular songs of that incredible period, and the excitement is building. At number 10, a group that played their first gig at an Air Force base in Pittsburgh and blew everybody away. The Del Vikings with Come Go With Me.
Well, love you, darling, come and go with me. Come home with me, baby, yonder sea. I need you, darling.
Do you remember the Philadelphia street sound, those great chanting bass lines and two-part harmonies? Oh, man, was that music. Must have been a bad part of Philly. Here's the real thing at number 9.
Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby. Let's go to the hop.
The Diamonds check in at number 8 with Little Darlin'. The Crests are in at 7 with 16 Candles. And good old Lloyd Price punches in at 6 with Stagger Lee. You know, Phil and Don Everly seem kind of cute and harmless compared to what's going on in today's music scene. But in 1957, they were on the cutting edge of controversy with a song about a teenage couple on a date who fall asleep in a movie theater. The Everly Brothers are at number 5 with the shockingly explicit Wake Up, Little Susie.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up.
Why, the nerve of those guys. Am I blushing?
No!
Anyway, making his second appearance on our countdown is the shock rocker himself, Little Richard. This time, Long Tall Sally.
Well, long, tall Sally, she's beautiful species guy. Everything that Uncle John need, oh, baby. Anyone under 18 is at the mercy of this rock and roll music.
I hear that guy is a concert promoter these days. At number 3, a man whose high school nickname was appropriately enough, The Killer. Here's Jerry Lee Lewis pounding out a song that sold over 6 million copies. Yes! Which brings us to the second most popular song of Time Life's rock and roll era. John Lennon called him the father of rock and roll, and he is one of the most imitated guitarists alive. I'm sure it's no surprise to find Chuck Berry at number 2 with Johnny Be Good.
Yay, Chuck Berry, Chuck Berry.
And now, to show you just how valid and accurate Time Life's choice of the number 1 most popular song of the rock and roll era is, we've devised a way to place a telephone call, thank you, back to around 1958 and talk to a couple of teenagers. We'll get their honest opinions. Always for, perfect. Oh, it's ringing.
Hello?
Hi, this is Rick Dees in the 90s. Listen, what's the most popular rock and roll song you can think of?
My parents won't let me listen to rock and roll.
Wait till they hear Led Zeppelin.
Led who?
Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, you look so clean.
Clean?
Bye-bye. Yeah. Let's get the male consensus while we're at it and see what's going on. And, oh, it's ringing.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, this is Rick Dees. What's the most popular rock and roll song at your school right now?
Well, it's Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis. Come on, everybody knows that.
Got it. Thanks, dude. Okay, the 50s kid says Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley should be the number 1 song of the rock and roll era. Let's see if our judging panel agrees. It looks as if they're in agreement. So without further ado, here's Elvis with Time Life's number 1 song of the rock and roll era, Heartbreak Hotel.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street, that Heartbreak Hotel. I'll be just so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely. I'll be just so lonely, I could die.
You know, the music of the rock and roll era is undoubtedly the best rock and roll ever recorded. Music that's hard-hitting and tender, funny and poignant, sexy and innocent. Music that brings back memories you want to hold on to forever. And you know, in my 15 years in rock and roll, I've been asked to endorse many, many record sets, but I've never done it until now, because this is Time Life. This is the rock and roll era, and this is the best value you'll ever find. So recapture those magic moments of Elvis, Buddy Holly, Chuck Berry, and all the legends. Relive the music and the good times of the rock and roll era. I'm Rick Dees. Pick up the phone and order now.
You can own every important rock and roll song of the 50s just by calling the toll-free number on your screen. Through this special television offer, Time Life Music will let you sample the rock and roll era collection with no obligation to buy. If you don't absolutely love Time Life's rock and roll era, return it within 10 days for a complete refund. No questions asked. When you pick up the phone and order, here's what you get. 22 smash hits from 1956, 22 red-hot rockers from 1957, 23 classics from 1958, and 22 more rock and roll masterpieces from 1959. That's 89 unedited original songs by their original artists. Add to that a special feature album dedicated entirely to Elvis Presley, 22 hip-shaking classics by the King himself, and your song total jumps to 111. But Time Life gives you even more. Anyone who orders the rock and roll era will receive an additional 22-song double album absolutely free. This brings your total to an incredible 133 songs. Hours and hours of listening pleasure that will last a lifetime. Here's how to order.
Hi again, it's Debbie. This is your last chance to order the most important collection of American rock and roll music ever put together. Time Life's rock and roll era.
Through this special offer, credit card users pay 4 easy installments of just $29.99 for double-length cassettes or just $32.99 for double-length CDs.
As a special bonus, if you call within the next hour, we'll send you the top hits of 1960 absolutely free.
To take advantage of this incredible opportunity and receive your 22-song collection absolutely free, call the toll-free number on your screen or send your check or money order to this address.
Hey, this collection represents the greatest rock and roll music ever recorded, and it's just a phone call away. So what are you waiting for? Have your major credit card ready and call now.
seating program was a paid advertisement.